Samuel. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
20.
From the 50, Newton. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. 2nd and 10, Newton again. Dancing to his left. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Back to throw, Newton. And he's got his target. That's more. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pick up there of 20 yards. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the 4th and final quarter of play. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Newton on 1st down. And his throw here is incomplete. Torrey Smith, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And no pitch there, and no chance either, as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. After the run, Newton going to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush.
Look, I defeated my fears, soaked the towel of my tears. So ahead of my time, what comes next are all my oldest ideas. I'm wiser than my chin check y'all in y'all beard. I'm willing to father my peers, all of my peers for all of my years. Out in the field, take a look at my shoes. Never had a thought that it might lose. Considering the cost, I had to give them my dues. Never got a talk to it like you. I've been feeling like a king for months. We eat all the rich cuisine for lunch. All these wishing he was done. Oh, you tried it, that's a piece of gum. Now, look at me, I'm the captain now. I'm recruiting this year. I be praying for y'all while I'm praying for y'all. Like a line of abusing this deer. I hate to do it with no plans. Now I usually get near. Oh, my ex are her man. Cause I'm the mutant in here. We look good, just show us where the camera. Years ago, I had to up my standards. Make your misses feel like Tony Danza. Walk up in there like I got the swag. Wakanda swagger, I'm the blackest panther. Wakanda, y'all are wasting your time. I spend it, but I ain't wasting a dime. Might do some favors, but I ain't breaking my spine. Your girl has been calling for days. I get notifications. None of my people are patient. We look like we on a vacation. Get no invitation. Y'all all with it and y'all talk a lot, but y'all ain't got the heart to do the mission. I'm hard-headed like the juggernaut, but there ain't nothing not to do to listen. I'm authentic and I walk around like I just ate, but let you do the dishes. I'm Clark Kent, but mix the Autobots and mix with everything that you've been missing. Please get back and don't get that involved. Freaking sick, I need a pad of walls. I'm the king, heavy crown, heavy rain, cat and dogs. Homie with me if you're asking for it. There ain't much that he be asking for. He just wanna have a paddock on with a watch face with little dragon balls. More, look, you don't need me either. All I need is this. No coca ice, and I get oh so polite. You be the man of your city, I'll be the man of my country. You could be the man of your city, I'ma be the man of my country. Your girl has been calling for days. I get they know different ways. New Orleans parades, yeah, we like. None of my people are patient. We look like we on a vacation. Get no invitation, yeah, we like. Your girl has been calling for days. I get they know different ways. Yeah, I'm like, none of my patient. We look like we on a vacation. If the squad ain't with me, then it ain't right. Yeah. Hey. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah. Hey. Yeah. Hey. 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 Same squad. Drop top, coupe, Dodge raindrops. Big back plays on FaceTime. Squad ain't with me, then it ain't right. Same squad. Drop top, coupe, Dodge raindrops. Big back plays on FaceTime. Squad ain't with me, then it ain't right. Same squad. Cross move quick like AI. Chain shine bright like daytime. Stack big bread like waist high. I don't do lanes. Lil' watch out like 2 chains. I done swerved in a new lane. Bang at the crit, do things. I came up, who I was down with. You change up, stay far from around me. I came up, who I was down with. You change up, stay far from around me. Same squad. Drop top, coupe, Dodge raindrops. Big back plays on FaceTime. Squad ain't with me, then it ain't right. Same squad. Drop top, coupe, Dodge raindrops. Big back plays on FaceTime. Squad ain't with me, then it ain't right. Yeah, no it ain't. They ain't talking cash, so I did the race. NASCAR with the pace, feed you water on the chain. Get no love where I ain't from. When I'm on the beat, I make it thumb. I need that bread like every crumb. Came up from nothing, made a sum. I came up, who I was down with. You change up, stay far from around me. I came up, who I was down with. You change up, stay far from around me. Same squad. Drop top, coupe, Dodge raindrops. Big back plays on FaceTime. Squad ain't with me, then it ain't right. Same squad. Drop top, coupe, Dodge raindrops. Big back plays on FaceTime. Squad ain't with me, then it ain't right. Ay.
And, Coach, we find ourselves due east from our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. A few minutes ago, it sounded like the 4th of July on the National Mall as the hometown Redskins were introduced to this sold-out crowd. They are set to go as their guys will match up with the Baltimore Ravens. set to go now in what could be called the Battle of the Beltway. The Ravens and Redskins are underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Friday, this is sweet. Saturday, that's just with plastic. I said, them pretty. Looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, yeah. Money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. He can tell from the front, I got it behind me. And I park my Bentley truck on my Versace driveway. Looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. Money back, money back, money back, woo. Money back, money back, money back. With me pretty too, they look like bridesmaids. And they all gang, so don't be talking sideways. He said you look like this. He makes sure he put Cardi down on his list now. And I won't give him back. I just walk into the booth and attack. I hit this bar and the roof will collapse. I've been broke my whole life. I have no clue what to do with these racks. Heavy lay, waist snatch, back, straight back. Got lips like Angelina, belly truck tangerine. Jumping on my, that's why they call it trampoline. Babe, like a Monday, Friday. This is sweet. Saturday, that's just with plastic. I said, babe, it's a. He said it's a. Them pretty. You look like Beyonce. Looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, yeah. Money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. He can tell from the front, I got it behind me, and I park my Bentley truck on my Versace driveway. Looking like money back, 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 woo. Money back, money back, money back. With me pretty too, they look like bridesmaids, and they all gang, so don't be talking sideways. Salty, they sodium.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Just as we were getting ready for air, both teams coming out of their locker rooms, out of the tunnel, and this crowd is pumped up as their Redskins get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Smith and the Redskins will come up now 1st and 10. A first carry now for Adrian Peterson. And he's got room. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 16 yards right off the bat with a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Let's go. Let's go. 15.
Now a first down throw. It's Smith being chased out left. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Back up. Slot. Regular.
Second and 10, Smith again. He's going to sling this deep downfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Detroit! Here we go now. 3-19.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Over the middle, complete. It's Andrews. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Gone! Here we go now. 3-19. Gone!
Now it's Jackson. Crabtree with it over the middle. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a first down on the play. So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue, landed.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. That's complete. It's Collins. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing.
There goes Alex Collins. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Alex Collins, 61 yards. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. So out now come the Redskins. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss.
Great 15. Tiger. 12. Tiger. Hey, back up.
Here's Smith now on second down. Steps away to his left. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Let's go, 15. Liz. Regular.
Just beating the play clock. Smith buying time to his left, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Terrell Suggs able to drop him for a loss of 12, and it'll be fourth down. And now the punter Tress Way as he sends this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a second down and 12.
All right, here we go. Green 39. All right, now, lucky 56.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Smith and the Redskins will come up now first and 10.
15. Let's go, 15. Hey, back up.
After the interception, here's Smith. Going up top. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on second and 10.
15, yeah. 4 down, check, 4 down. Hey, back up.
On second down, Peterson. Oh, now he bowls him over. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter.
On! Good blitz. Orange.
Throwing on third down, Smith. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max.
And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. Well, not only did they try to fake it, they put the ball in the arm of their punter, and it didn't work out.
Not the quarterback.
No.
The punter.
Yeah. Risky.
It is so funny because when it works, genius. When it doesn't work, not so smart.
Not so genius.
In this case, not so genius. I do admire that he went for it.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Watch it now, Barney! Hurry up, here we go! 319!
Toss left, it's Collins. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Jackson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, gun. Hey, back up. Rip.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Tony Jefferson in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Slot. 52. Alert. Stay at home. Let's go.
A shotgun snap for Smith. Flushed out right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey. 4 down. Hey, back up. Hey, gun.
From the gun, here's Smith. And an alley to run. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still fourth down.
Well, it's not going to be a first down, but that's a nice job of picking up yardage on 3rd and long. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you, and in this case, it wasn't enough to pick up the first down.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Allen on the dump off. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Flush to his right. He uncorks it for Snead. This is caught at the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Willie Snead, 71 yards. And the Ravens will extend their lead. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
A minute 57 to go in this first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break.
Hey, back up. Good list. Orange. 15.
To throw on second down is Smith. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
Hey, back up.
Smith on first down. Harris has it over the middle. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Hey, back up. Slot.
On second down, here's Smith. Forced out to his left. Out to the left here to Reed. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Smith finding his big tight end Reed for a Redskins first.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, back up. Check. Fresno. Hey, slot. 5. You got 50. Regular. Liz.
On 1st down, Smith. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Terrell Suggs in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night.
Hey, back up.
Now Smith looking to throw on 2nd down. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. The veteran Eric Weddle there to break that one up. The Redskins on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Hey, Tiger. I said. Hey, back up.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
57 to Mike. Great 15. Here we go. Alert flare. Show it A. 12.
They are going for it. It's Smith. A deep ball for Dotson. And this is caught at the 20. And with 1 second left, they get the timeout. And they'll have a chance to kick the field goal before intermission. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And Hopkins' kick is good. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. With their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Well, still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
They go play action here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Zach Brown. Tough to handle on that blitz. He gets him for a loss of 5.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. From the gun, Jackson. Over the middle here to Brown. And down he'll go at the 25. The reception good for 7. It's third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Detroit! Set! Green, 39!
Jackson from the shotgun. It's caught left side by John Brown. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. And Allen's got it. Buck Allen past the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Buck Allen, 69 yards. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
So here's the Redskins offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now a first down throw. It's Smith. Now he's going to go deep down the left. Oh, wide open, complete. Big yardage that time for the Redskins. And even 60 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10.
Tiger. Replace.
From the red zone now, Smith. That'll be caught right side by Reed. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They pitch it out to Peterson. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
Well, as the play call comes in on 3rd down, you have to think about 4-down territory here. Down a few touchdowns, they need points, and they need big points.
They'll run with Peterson. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Adrian Peterson taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Redskins are able to cut into that deficit. And oh my goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And it'll be an excellent return as he's all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
I know the special teams coach will not permit himself a smile here, but inside, he's glowing. This is what he practices for. This is what he schemes. This is what he watches tape to put himself and his team in a position to score points. An absolute dream return.
Now Jackson on first down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
They go play action with Jackson. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Jackson now. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 9 yards on the play and a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Now a toss coming right is Collins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now Jackson on 2nd down, dancing to his left. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter. The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Gone. Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Now Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Hayden Hurst, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens will extend their lead. They had the lead in the 4th, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Smith and the Redskins will come up now 1st and 10.
Let's go, 15. Hey, back up. We got 3, fellas. We got 3. Liz.
On 1st down, it's Smith. Flushed out right. A deep ball for Dotson. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A gain of 39 that time.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I didn't. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab of that length. Talk about giving your team a little juice.
Oh, big time. I mean, everyone's going to be excited about that one, whether you're on the field or not. It permeates its way through the entire team, and I can't wait to see what they do on the next down.
And the play goes for 19 yards, gives them a new set of downs.
Liz. Orange. Hey, back up.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. Out to the left, it's complete to Dotson. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've bbeen very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the score. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Adrian Peterson, his second touchdown of the night. And the Redskins are able to close the gap just a bit. So here comes Alex Smith as he'll lead his guys up to the line to go for two. They'll let Peterson try and run it in. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for two. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the Ravens taking the field. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? But everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Mason Foster coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Give to Collins. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. They're back now to the original line of scrimmage thanks to that 8-yard gain. Third down now to follow. The Ravens on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Jackson. Crabtree with it over the middle. And now running right through it. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Detroit.
Now they'll run it on the toss. The beautiful fake. Oh, and now he bowls him over. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Well, able to shed some tacklers, but it's all for naught.
Yeah, that doesn't even seem fair, does it? Because this guy was breaking tackles, trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what he did. A really good effort by him, but give credit to the defense of giving up no gain.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19. Gone.
second down. Jackson, he's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The Ravens on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
Throwing is Jackson. Airing one deep for Crabtree. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with it.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. Now this is fielded in the end zone, and he is out of bounds here. A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Smith and the Redskins will come up now 1st and 10.
Liz. 52. Alert.
From the end zone, Smith. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, back up. Oh, shit. Liz.
They'll throw again from their own end zone. Sliding out of the pocket. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position. Couldn't hold on. 3rd down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Yeah, 52. Hey, back up. Hey, slot. 12. Rip Liz.
To throw from his end zone. Smith, flush to his right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Oh, yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Here's Tressway now. On, we think, to punt, though he's faked it earlier, but he was unsuccessful. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And he fields it cleanly. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. He uncorks it for Snead. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield. But when push came to shove, they stood their ground. And now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Now, let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. A right side catch by Crabtree. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Boom, 90.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Steps away to his left. Caught left side to Crabtree. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. To throw again is Jackson. And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. Michael Crabtree, the intended receiver, and that'll make it 3rd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. This to make it a 3-score game late. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will make this now a 19-point advantage. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down. But don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Caught on the right side, Reed. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
They load me in the bed like it's 40. I be sitting inside of the morning. Ain't no strings attached, keeping it cordless. She keep calling, but I keep ignoring it. Ain't no stopping, I'm keeping it for it. Man, they can't stop me, I'm going it. Man, they can't stop me, I'm going it. Every time I gone, I get another. Tryna leave me long, another. I'm like, baby, I know I'm wrong, but that's just how life goes. And I know these be happy if I let you go. Got me walking on a thin line on my tippy toes. Crazy different city with some different. Here we go. Every time I gone, I get another. Tryna leave me long, another. I'm like, baby, I know I'm wrong, but that's just how life goes. And I know these be happy if I let you go. Gonna like a pot on the stove. Yellow AP on all of my. I like when that white on the toes. Picture me riding around in that rose. I put some ice on my wrist, it was swole. Still ain't got time with you. All of these my body, I got pissed. Somebody keep checking my pose. Walking in the club with no warning. Take care of the money, they swing on the. Water on me like the sunny. I shine when it's sunny. This platinum and rose. Gonna out the street when I go to DC. I'ma see the mo. Every time I'm gone, I get another. Tryna leave me long. I'm like, baby, I know I'm wrong, but this just how life goes. And I know these be happy if I let you go. Got me walking on a thin line on my tippy toes. Crazy different city with some different. Here we go. Every time I'm gone, I get another. Tryna leave me long. I'm like, baby, I know I'm wrong, but this just how life goes. And I know these be happy if I let you go. Got me walking on a thin line on my tippy toes. Crazy different city with some different. Here we go. Crazy different city with some different. I can switch my the same way that I change my clothes. Man, it's crazy. I'm and envelope. And you know I'm never lacking. Gotta do without stopping traffic. Water on my back.
And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This crowd a few minutes ago stirred into action at the side of their men in blue emerging from the MetLife tunnels. We're set to go as the Giants get ready to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Two teams that met in Super Bowl 35 down in Tampa. The Ravens and Giants are underway. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Janoris Jenkins with good coverage that time as he was able to get in there and knock it away.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Play action. It's Jackson. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. Detroit. Detroit. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Buying time to his left. He gets it to Brown, complete. And this will get him all the way inside the Giants' 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
First red zone chance now for the Ravens.
Detroit!
They've got it 1st and goal at the 6. Jackson from the shotgun, eluding the pressure right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Now it's Jackson, and he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker, Justin Tucker, out onto the field. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. And Tucker's kick right there, it's good. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. So a nice drive on the road. You come in, you take the ball down, you get 3 points.
Yeah, points are a must on an opening drive, right? So they moved it down efficiently, got it done. I think that bodes well for their chances moving forward in this one.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Watch it now, Barney! Detroit!
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Lucky 56.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Detroit!
Now a play fake, and it's Lala. And they're waving pressure too much. Down he goes.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for the loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Jones on the return. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
3-19.
To throw again. Jackson flushed out right. It's complete to Brown, right side. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven first.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19. Detroit. Detroit. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
From the gun, Jackson. He'll rifle this one deep right side into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. Then he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Lawletta looking to throw on 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete. The Pro Bowl. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Lawletta. It's caught. Shepard. And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
Over the middle to Beckham. So he got free at 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Beckham had an interesting feat in Week 5, that game against Carolina that you saw, Charles. First Giant to both catch and throw a touchdown pass in the same game since the Hall of Famer Frank Gifford did it way back in 1959.
Yeah, playing the old position of left halfback, which was often reserved for guys who had quarterbacking in their background. We saw that throughout that time in the NFL. But Odell, big ball game against Carolina in so many ways. 8 catches, 131 yards, and a touchdown. You mentioned the touchdown that he threw. Had a critical 4th down drop, and then he tried to make a play on a punt return to block the gunner and ended up creating chaos that led to a touchdown recovery in the end zone for Carolina. Took some heat for his comments, both pre- and post-game. Bottom line, though, he's one of the best weapons in the NFL. They've got to find a way to utilize him even more.
Green 39. Green 39.
Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with a football here as we begin quarter number 2. They've got it 3rd and 10 here to start things out. The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Mike 48. Mike 48. Detroit! Detroit! Check 48 for the Mike. Check. Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
Throwing on 3rd down, Lawletta. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Calling a gain of 10, and they pick up the first.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Detroit! Detroit!
A first down carry for Barkley. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
48 Mike. 48 Mike. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they...
Gun! 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 Gun!
From the gun on 3rd down, Lauletta. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. It's a big play for the Giants on 3rd down. 42 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Gun! 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 Gun!
It's Lauletta off play action. Caught left side. It's Beckham. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard. And now it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Lauletta on 3rd and goal. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Terrell Suggs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Allow me to sidestep for a second after that incompletion, CD. Let's talk about the rookie quarterbacks because just last week we were talking about them going 0-4. But this past weekend, 4-0 for the rookie QBs.
Remember that seesaw we used to jump on when we were kids? You're up.
You're down.
Well, this week, they are way up. Sam Darnold and the Jets take out the Broncos. Baker Mayfield and his Browns in overtime. The fierce Ravens pass rush is foiled. And how about Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills?
And he can't get away from the pressure the Giants get there. Alec Ogletree in from his linebacker's spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Looking for Snead, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Here's Lauletta after the interception. can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And Lauletta just beating the play clock. And he gets it complete to Latimer. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. From the gun, here's Lauletta. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And now it's 2nd down.
The goal of anyone running a curl route is to make sure you try and get defenders on your back and shield them away from the football. But sometimes, even when you run a good route, the defense finds a way to knock it away.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
The shotgun snap to Lauletta. His throw incomplete. Cody Latimer, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Lauletta back to the air. And that will be incomplete as well.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10.
Here we go. All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Gun! 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 Detroit! Detroit!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Escaping the pressure. He's got a man. Complete. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
I know you don't get anything extra for degree of difficulty, but maybe you should. He's done absolutely everything in this game today, including laying out for that one.
Hurry up, here we go. 319! 319! All right, now, lock it 56. Lock it.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They give him a gain of 38.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield, but when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
They get it to him running left. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down. On second down, Jackson eluding the pressure right. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
And a penalty certainly makes things tougher here as they try again. 3rd and goal. Here's Jackson to throw. Forced out to his left. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Michael Crabtree as the first half is winding down. And the Ravens are in for 6.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The New York Giants coming back out here for their next offensive possession. And, you know, 2018 is starting a lot like 2017 for the men in blue. Remember, last year 3-13, and now, Charles, through 5 weeks, they're 1-4. What's going on in New York?
Yeah, they were 0-4 to begin 2017. Look, here's the problem for them. And their head coach, Pat Shurmur, said it, and people snickered. He's like, we got to score more points. And everybody's like, yeah, well, duh. Of course you do. Well, they scored a lot more points against Carolina.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Detroit! Detroit!
Lauletta now to throw it. He's got his man on the crossing route. And way up past the 35 before he's taken. That's it for the first. We now proceed to the start of the second half. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Here's Lauletta now on 2nd. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
The Giants on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Out of the gun, Lauletta. And Latimer's got it. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. This quarterback now just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's 1st and 10.
Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go. Over! Watch him now, Barney!
Lauletta, he'll look to throw. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
On 2nd down, here's Lauletta. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Weddle. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Well, when I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down. You got a young quarterback, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Landon Collins. While we have a second on that incompletion, we got to talk about Linval Joseph.
Yes,
64-yard interception return for a touchdown, and then you saw him on the sideline with the glasses and the oxygen mask after.
Yeah, when you're talking about lugging not just a football, but probably about 350 pounds down the sideline and scoring. But how about the contrast? Marcus May, the defensive back for the New York Jets, he gets a pick in the end zone. Brings it all the way back. I believe it's the last play of the game. And Cortland Sutton, the rookie out of SMU for Denver, knocks him out of bounds before he can score. 104 yards and no touchdown. Linval Joseph at least got the touchdown to earn the oxygen and the shade.
Well, when he was going down the field, he was in Philly. I was in Atlanta. My couch was shaking. No question. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And he finds a man with a crossing route. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
Similar to a slant, it's all about timing when you're throwing a crossing route. Quarterback and receiver have to be in sync, and when they put it on them just right and catch it full speed, running through a defense can often result in a big pickup of yardage.
On 1st down, Lauletta. And that's incomplete. Well, right now we are 5 weeks into the NFL season. Charles, switching gears here. 2 undefeated teams, the Rams and the Chiefs, both at 5-0.
And who's going to end up being the first to lose? That becomes the game now, doesn't it? Because I know the 1972 Miami Dolphins team is waiting for both of them to lose so they can pop their champagne. But who's it going to be? The Chiefs' upcoming schedule? They're at New England, home against Cincinnati, home against Denver. How about for the Rams? 3 of their next 4 on the road. at Denver, at San Francisco, home against the Packers, at the New Orleans Saints. Care to make a prediction?
Well, I obviously Chiefs at the Patriots, that could be one. But the Rams 3 of the next 4 on the road. I'm going to say, though, the Chiefs drop 1 in New England. How about you?
I'm going to say that they're actually going to drop it at home against Cincinnati. That's my big upset.
So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback and his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
And Barkley will try to punch it in, and he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Saquon Barkley taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. PAT up and good by Rosas. And we are even at 10 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Hurry up, here we go. Blue landed. Blue landed.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They run with Collins. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
The Ravens get a new set of downs, give him 17 on that pickup.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
And again, it's Collins. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
And the good thing about the top-notch safeties, they can play from deep coverage or they can play close to the line of scrimmage, and the end result is often the same, a big-time play for their defensive team, and that's exactly what we just saw.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Now let's go. Blue landed. Blue landed.
Now it's Jackson. Dancing to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Olivier Vernon in there to drop him for a loss of 10, and it'll be 4th and long. Here's Sam Cook now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. The New York set to take the field. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. All even as we get ready to start the fourth.
Detroit!
Well led on first down. Wide open receiver complete. A good pickup there at 22. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. The Giants on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
Lucky 56.
Coming off play action, Loretta. And they're waving pressure too much. Down he goes.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Ravens. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
They go play action here on first down. And his throw is incomplete. Strong safety Landon Collins, the one who got a hand in there, knocked it away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, This feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Here we go now. 319. 319.
On third down, Jackson. He may try and run for them. And he lost the football. And who's got it? The Giants.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
Here's a give to Barkley. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And he's got his man. Beckham. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham, 31 yards. And the Giants take advantage of the turnover to put up 6. Rosas good with the extra point. And that makes it a 17-10 score. Rosas now to kick this one away. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
All right, now look at 56.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Flushed out right, and he's able to get up here to the 26. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
The ball gets bumped up. It's now 2nd and 4 after the penalty. They go play action now. Jackson. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. John Jenkins breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Throwing is Jackson. And able to find John Brown. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. Jackson now. Flush to his right. A right side catch by Crabtree. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Jackson on first down, escaping the pressure right. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. To throw again is Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's an 8-yard pickup, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. Here's Jackson. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
They begin with a run by Barkley. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Second and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. From the end zone, Laletta. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Laletta. Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. That'll bring up 2nd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Back to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. This is where, of course, it's good to have a veteran quarterback under center.
You would just be able to put on one of those blood pressure clips, and nothing would be different for him. He's done it many times before, expects to get it accomplished again.
And he's got Snead. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Willie Snead, 65 yards. And the Ravens have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Jackson to throw. Being chased out left. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they've upped their lead to 3. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And the Giants ready to come out now. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time,
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
He's back to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. The former first-round pick Marlon Humphrey there to get a hand on it. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Watch him now, Barney.
He'll look to throw. And now another one thrown incomplete. This defense looking impenetrable now. 3 straight incompletions. They're giving him nowhere to go with the football. Maybe a little frustrated back there.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. When you've missed on 3 straight, there's going to be some frustration. But now he's got to make sure that frustration is temporary, not lingering. Big throw coming up.
Detroit!
Desperation time on 4th down for Loyola. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. They have the 3-point lead. Defense did their job. Now, late game. Although it looks good, you know the coaches, they haven't counted this as a victory yet.
I agree with you totally. Big applause for the defense, but no one is taking their headset off on the sidelines. They don't believe this game is over. The offense has to close this one out by taking care of the football.
And they'll try to close it out now. Call it a gain of 11 yards, and that should just about do it. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
Here we go now.
The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles.